Hello, I'm Terry Evers, and I'll be presenting my current event on the Hyperloop One system. Have you ever thought about high-speed traveling in a vacuum tube only to arrive in 30 minutes at a destination that would normally take over 3 hours to drive? Well, over time, people have always envisioned ways to travel at high speeds through low-pressure tubes. Back in 1909, Robert Goddard proposed a vacuum train. And in 1972, the Rand Corporation conceived a supersonic underground railway called the back train. At the 2018 Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, Hyperloop One publicly unveiled its first generation pod. They took the technology, talent, and business case of today to make it happen. So what is the Hyperloop One system? Hyperloop is a new mode of transportation that moves passengers or freight direct from origin to destination. Passengers or cargo are loaded onto the Hyperloop vehicle and they accelerate gradually via electronic propulsion through a low-pressure tube. The vehicle floats above the track using magnetic levitation and glides at airline speeds for long distances due to ultra-low aerodynamic drag. The Hyperloop One system, they're built on columns or tunneled below ground to avoid dangerous grade crossings as well as wildlife. It's fully autonomous and enclosed. It's eliminating pilot error and weather hazards. It is estimated that the top speed for a passenger vehicle or light cargo will be approximately 670 miles per hour, which is 2 to 3 times faster than high-speed rail and magnetic levitation trains, and 10 to 15 times faster than the traditional rail. So what are the benefits? Well, as I just mentioned, it is faster while being both quiet and smooth. It's on-demand and direct. Trains follow a schedule and typically have multiple stops. Hyperloop leaves when you're ready to go, and pods can depart up to several times per minute and can transport passengers and cargo direct to their destination with no stops along the way. Apps have been created for route scheduling and cost comparison. As you can see, Hyperloop is an additive to existing forms of transportation and will integrate seamlessly with the transport ecosystem, above land or underground. It's environmentally friendly with a smaller civil engineering footprint, more efficient engineering consumption, and no direct emissions or noise. It's less expensive and different technology. High-speed rail and maglev trains require power along the entire track. The track costs more to build and more to operate. Hyper One achieves better performance for less cost. And as I mentioned before, it is fully autonomous. Here are a few approved routes for the United States that are currently working to implement. For example, Miami to Orlando would take 26.1 minutes compared to driving 3 hours and 44 minutes. So as you can see, the travel times are substantially less compared to how long it would take for you to drive in a car. So the goal is to have operational cargo service by 2020 and passenger service systems by 2021. Next, we can ask ourselves how this relates to Kelly's 12 technological forces. First, we can look at assessing. Based on this force, we can see that the Hyperloop system relates by travel becoming more digital, driverless navigation, smaller footprint by going green. The Hyperloop technology is all about being faster, convenient, and efficient. There's on-demand transportation, alone or shared. And companies or individuals can purchase a service to transport passengers or cargo from point A to point B quicker. The second Kelly technological force that we see is sharing. Hyperloop is a ride-sharing service, but it can also be traveled alone if desired. The Virgin Hyperloop One Partner Program is a global collaboration of innovators that will transform the way the world moves. And multiple contributors are working collaboratively to design and invest, including GE Ventures and Virgin Group. The third is remixing. By creating a revised version of an idea from 100 years ago with the technologies of today. By also having a high-speed rail system, plane, car, bus, which is being transformed to something more efficient and faster. And lastly, tracking. This also falls under the constant 24/7 tracking of individuals. Trips are recorded by travel itineraries and possible connecting points with other modes of transportation. This concludes my presentation on the current event, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for your time.